Bow?
Yeah, we were watching Bow.
Oh, we were going around on who would bow. I think would you bow?
No.
Could I clarify?
Wait, into the mic.
No.
You wouldn't bow?
No, I would not.
Absolutely, if he wanted me to.
I wouldn't like it, but I would.
I have no problem bowing for a man if he's asking me to, but it's not going to be a daily thing just for your ego. Like, obviously.
What if it's not for my ego?
Is it how often is this happening?
Once a
For
day would be
joke?
good.
I'll do it for a joke, but this is
No, it's serious.
no.
He wants to step through the door. He needs you to hit. What about a curtsy? Would you do a curtsy?
Every single day, no.
Every day.
No, that's
not
obnoxious.
submissive. You're not submissive
No,
then.
we have different.
Doesn't matter.
No, the answer is no.
But okay, that's not being submissive.
Okay, what kind of submission that you're looking for a slave and master submission, and that's not the type of submission that God is asking for a wife to be to a husband.
But if he desires it, and like, do you think so it's a 5-second gesture that takes no effort. So what would your actual objection be to bowing?
There is no real deep meaning behind that.
He just wants it.
Exactly. It's superficial. There's no real meaning or benefit to it.
It strokes his ego.
Thank you.
You don't want to stroke his ego?
Well, you shouldn't have a big ego to begin with.
You shouldn't have a big ego to begin with.
Yes.
I disagree with that.
It shows respect, less of like ego. Other cultures do it all the time, so it's not like a master-slave thing. It's just respect.
But so you're saying your husband, right? You're married, great guy, and maybe it's prior to the marriage, but at some point in your relationship, you're in love with him, and he's like, babe, I want to bow every single day from you. And he's serious about it. Are you going to do it?
No.
Well, that's not being submissive.
I would love to be with a man that made me want to bow to him. But like I wouldn't do it just to feed his ego. Like that's ridiculous.
Well,
But
you love him, but he's now asking you.
If I thought he deserved it, I would
on.
love to bow for a man. But if he didn't
Let's say
meet
he
my
was
standards,
deserving of it.
then yes, I would love to. But
Okay.
like if it was just to feed
You
his
can
ego,
open it, Nick.
why would
All
I
the
do
way,
that?
please.
To feed his ego just because he wanted me to? Like if he wanted me to and like I wanted to, I would love to.
Let's say it just turns him on. Let's say that's what it is. Would you do it?
No. And maybe
Can you try to find the keyboard video too that we were unable to find previously? Actually, can any of his viewers, shout out to Peyo. Oh, Nick, also pull up the Twitch really quick. Okay. Pull up Twitch. Guys, thank you, Peyo, for the raid. We're going to ask a World of Warcraft related question here in just a sec.
Gerald donated $200.
We're going to ask a WoW
you
question.
expect him to take a bullet, but you won't bow for him?
Oh my, bro.
because it doesn't make any sense.
my
Think
God.
about it.
Oh my God, hold on.
Think about it.
Whoa,
Yes.
that's crazy.
No,
So
it's
just
not
to be
crazy.
clear,
It's not
just to be clear,
crazy.
you wanted a guy you've been dating for a year to take a bullet for you.
Yes.
But if he wanted you to do this arbitrary gesture that pleased him, maybe you don't understand the reasoning, but he just wanted it.
He doesn't sound smart.
Hold
He
on.
doesn't sound very
But
smart.
that's not-
Bow down
that's
to me
not up
because
to
I don't
you.
know. Because what if I asked you every day?
What if he just thinks it's cute? What if he just
Right,
thinks
he
it's
doesn't-
cute
he's
and
not-
endearing, and he wants you to do it? You want him to take a bullet for you, but you're not willing to do a 5-second gesture that takes you no effort?
Okay, taking a bullet for me because my life is in danger right now is a lot more serious than
Right.
yes.
No,
it is
you're arguing my
and
point,
there's
though.
a lot
So
true
you're
meaning
not-
to that.
but
And
you're not
my
willing-
life is going to be taken.
So you're not willing to do a totally effortless gesture because your husband would
every
like
single day doesn't.
5
and that's
seconds?
Okay, if I asked you to roll around 10 times every single day because I just like the way it looks
That's
when
different.
you do
That's
it.
a little different.
How is it different
Little
than a
different.
bow?
Well,
How's it
rolling
different?
around on the ground
How's
is
it different?
ridiculous.
But I think it's cute. But it's
Wait,
cute.
it's literally different.
But I like it when you do it.
Well, first off,
I think it's cute.
hold on, but if we're looking at a biblical relationship, Jesus, husband, wife, children, you don't really get to dictate to your husband that sort of behavior.
So the children are gonna bow to us. Can you ask the children to bow?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm getting at, but
But I mean, kind of, because
no, but
if
if
we ask
you
our
have to be
children
submissive
bow
to your
us
if
every
you have to
single
be
day,
if you have to be submissive to your husband, then yes, if he's
Listen,
like, hey babe, I think it'd be really
that's
cute
not what it
if
means.
you did a curtsy
in,
or a bow.
In the Bible, it says submit to your husband the way that you submit to God. In an intimate the way that you submit to it's hard to understand because I feel like your perception of submission is whatever I say you do, no matter what.
Isn't there actually something that goes beyond even submission, and it's obeyance? I don't know the verse, but
and in a context
Nick,
where
can you find the obey Bible? I think there's something like
I think when you're
wife
getting
obeys
to
her
the
husband.
point where it's a clown show and you're just asking let's say you expect your wife to submit to you and you're asking her
2 coffees.
things that makes no sense. So
Two
you're
coffees.
like, you have to submit to me, so I need you to clean the mirrors 10 times a day, and you have no say in that. Like that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, that would be a bit unreasonable to expect somebody to clean something 9 times after they've already done it, and I think that would be justifiable for the girlfriend or wife to give pushback on this frankly ridiculous thing. But if the husband justification is, hey, I think it'd be really cute, it might be like something that could even get me, excited in that way, but let's see, we can even remove that. He just thinks it's cute. And I could even double down on this. The husband doesn't even need to provide justification at all. He could just say, I want this. And if you were truly submissive, you would do it.
So
without him
you're
having
saying
to give you reasons.
When you're in a marriage with someone, are they married? Because we're submitting.
We're
relationship, submitting.
Married.
No, I don't know who's saying to submit outside of a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're married, it's a mutual, like you both have brains, you both want to respect each other the way that God respects you and you respect God. You have deep reverence for God and deep respect for God, and he gives you the free will to do things. It's not like a master-slave thing where I'm above you so you do whatever I say without thinking. He gives us cognitive thinking. He gives us the free will. He gives us...
Look, if your husband asks you to do something immoral or unethical or a crime, you don't need to submit to your husband under those circumstances if there's a moral or ethical conflict or dilemma. If your husband says, well, I want you to, or even something that contravenes your theological or biblical or ecclesiastical viewpoint, then you can deny him. But your husband asking you to do this token thing that he might find endearing, for example, if he asks you to do a bow and you refuse, I do think that would meet the criteria and definition of not being a submissive woman.
I don't think there's a good reason for that. Even if it's cool, if it's cultural and they grew up that way,
let's say there's
more normalized.
Let's say there's no culture at all.
Okay,
and he's like, look, I'd like for you to bow to me.
And
let me see a little bow. Maybe he thinks it's cute and endearing.
I don't think that's really benefiting anyone for me to bow every single day just because you like for me to submit to you in a visual way. Or
so
I'm not
that's
sure what
fine.
It's doing
you don't
for
want to be
you.
submissive. You don't want to bow to your husband. That's fine.
I will submit to
so
my
I'll
husband.
I'll ask you again. If my understanding is correct, you would want your husband or boyfriend in some hypothetical scenario where one of you has to take a bullet, for example. You would want your husband to sacrifice his life for you, but you're not willing to do a token gesture that he requests. Is that correct?
Yes, but you're spinning it in a way where it's...
How am I spinning it?
Because if someone's trying to kill me and my husband wants to protect me...
Sure, that's fine.
That's much more meaningful than...
Right, so
an
he's willing to make
request.
He's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, and you're not even willing to make a minor sacrifice.
It's jovial. It's
What's wrong with that?
I just think that there's better things that we could be doing instead of me stroking your ego every single
would
day.
Would it be
bowing.
so disruptive to your day to do a 5-second bow to your husband? Like, would that totally just destroy your plans? You wouldn't be able to do anything else?
Do you know why I wouldn't do that every single day? Is because it's the reason behind it. The reason is because you want me to bow to you and submit
because
to
he
you
thinks
visually.
it's cute and endearing.
I don't think that's why it's cute. Is that the reason why you like it?
But be good faith. Be good faith. Let's say that is the reason.
Why do you like it? Because you do like it. You just showed a video of it. So
Answer the
why
question. Let's say that it is the reason.
That's not, and I've been saying it's not a good enough reason.
Because he thinks it's cute and endearing.
But every
for you
single
to do.
day?
Every single day, sure.
If he was
How
like,
about fine?
I
If
like
you're
the
sick,
color blue on
if
you.
you're
That's
s-
cute and endearing.
If you, oh wait, he can tell you how to dress.
No, I'm saying if he likes the color blue, like I'm wearing blue, and I might consider that, like, okay, he likes blue. I might
You'll consider it.
buy, a blue dress because he likes it.
You'll
But
consider it.
If he's like bow every single day to stroke my ego.
No. Hold on.
It is.
Be good
It's an
faith. Be
ego
good faith.
thing.
Let's just say that the motivation is strictly because he thinks that it's a cute and endearing thing. And truthfully, the ultimate being submissive thing, whatever his motivations are, I think are frankly irrelevant. Let's say he wants his ego stroked. I still think the submissive thing to do would be to bow.
Yeah, there's other things that I could do to make you happy and satisfied every single day as a husband that means much more to him than, and not in a sexual way, stop thinking that, but it's than bowing. I just
wasn't
think that the
thinking that,
bowing,
but okay.
well, why is everyone smiling and laughing?
I was going to ask, would you submit during role play or foreplay?
No, I don't. We're not talking about that.
I know, but I was curious.
Yeah, we'll get to Peo. It's just interesting that you want a guy to die for you, but you're not willing to do a bow for him.
Every single day for not a very good reason.
I would argue, even if you did it 3 times a day, that's orders of magnitude less of a request than your desire for a man to die for you
Alvin
in some
Sam
situation.
donated $200. When your man works long hours and rigorous jobs, then learn to bow. Your hard-working man is more of a slave than your domestic duties.
I don't agree.
Facts. It's facts, Alvin Sam. It's facts. By the way, Jest Gerald, thank you for pointing that out. That was a very... I mean, there's other examples here where like women wouldn't ever cook their man a meal, but they'll do all kinds of degenerate sexual things.
$200. If your husband tells you not to go out with your friends at night because it's dangerous, and you decide to ignore him, would you expect him to jump in front of the bullet when get in trouble?
No.
So, first of all, you shouldn't be asking her to just have no social life, no interactions
Well,
with
that's not-
friends. Is that what
oh
you're
my-
I mean, I think it's saying that he doesn't want you to go out at night with your friends, like going out. I'm assuming
To a
it's
bar.
like bar life, going out something late at night. He's asking you not to do it to protect you. So I would submit.
So, question for you. You're married, and your husband, you're like, hey, I want to go out to this nightclub. It's a girl's night. It's my girl's birthday. And he's like, you know what, babe? Don't think that's a good idea. Don't want you to go.
I think you trust.
Hold on. No. Hold on. That's for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there is a husband's role is sometimes to look out for your blind spots and your gaps as a woman, and they have that gift. And so if your husband does feel like it's a bad idea for you to go out because you will be put in danger because of that place or maybe the people that you're going with, yes, I would absolutely listen to him and stay in.
Well, it's a little different than your previous answer to this, because it sounded like, well, I wouldn't let my husband control my social life.
I thought the question was saying you can't go out with friends anymore. Like you can't have any social relationships.
Well,
and
okay, so the question from Nickelodeon was, if your husband tells you not to go out with your friends at night because it's dangerous, and then you decide to ignore him, would you expect him to jump in front of the bullet when you get in trouble?
I mean, the question is, it's not, I feel like, written, I guess, in the best way. It's, like...
Well, what about just
like, I can't go out at night ever?
Okay, so what about one of the conditions for marriage? He says, or even getting commitment from a man. He says, I'll commit to you, I'll be monogamous, I'll marry you, but my expectation moving forward in this relationship is you're no longer going out to bars, nightclubs, and parties ever again. You can still, you want to go get brunch with your girlfriends, go out shopping, go to Trader Joe's, do groceries, totally fine. I don't want you going out to these party type environments.
Okay. I would gladly give up every bar and nightclub for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Yes. That was better asked.
Okay. Let me read this one quickly from Cristiano. Then we have to pull up Peo. Sorry, Peo. We'll get to you, brother. Cristiano Lang, why would it not stroke your ego for him to die for you?
It's not an ego thing. Ego is not a good thing.
Okay. All right. Before we pull up Pale, let me just read a couple of these chats. Hold on. I'll have to re-pick this one up. Rory, can you read this one?
Bow wow wow yippee yippee yo yippee yay. Ladies, what would be equivalent to bowing for a woman? What thing could your man do for you as, I don't know what that word is. Innocuous as bow?
I have an idea.
That would make you feel better, ego or not.
Let me ask you a question. What do you guys think about husband opening the car door for you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's sort of an
But
arbitrary. What's the reason for a man opening a car door for a woman?
Respect, I guess.
He's a gentleman.
So wouldn't it be ladylike to curtsy and bow to your man? I know it's a bit like archaic and outdated.
But that's not
right?
you're helping her get out of the car.
Women are capable
We
of
can
getting
open
out of the car.
We can't open our own car doors.
I know we can, but he's being very kind to do that.
Wait,
Well-
but so you have that expectation on the man. So why can't you bow then?
There's no good reason for it. I don't.
Well,
see
there's
it.
no
Can
good.
anyone
Well, there's
else?
no good reason.
I
There's no
do.
good reason for a man to open the
I-
car door for you.
I do. I like that. Just like he walks on the outside.
You like it,
Yeah.
and I like it when a girl bows.
Okay.
I feel
Well,
like a lot
I'm gonna
of-
date
I
a
feel
different person than you will date.
There's men that will bow
Never
for
say never.
women too,
No,
though.
I'm just kidding.
I know a lot of guys that would bow for me. Like they tell me.
I can imagine they would.
Oh yeah, there's simps out there. They'll do more than bow. They'll send you thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
They'll simp.
Love that.
Just interesting. All right, let's see here. Let me pull up GR Gracie. Hey, thank you, man, for the message, man. Appreciate it. Brian, you need to speak the language of the 3L foe. Ladies, if you are submissive and your dom husband asks you to bow whenever he wants, will you? I think we kind of went around the table on would the girls bow. Did you, Peyton, did you get the answer on the bow thing? Would you bow? I feel like you'd bow.
You feel like I would?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you might. I don't know.
Did she give bow
If
vibes?
a man would walk on
She's
the
giving bow.
outside of the sidewalk for me, I would bow for him. If that's what he
That's
wanted.
what's up. There you go. All right. But no bow. No bow.
I don't see it. I'm sorry.
You
I
can't.
feel like I changed my mind. I would bow, but like if he met my standards, like if he didn't.
High value.
I already
man.
said that though. Like,
Fascism. Yeah, it's good. Huh?
yeah.
Based.
If that's what he wants, if he wants me to bow and that tickles him, then so be it.
I don't think I would be with a man if I
Yeah.
didn't want to bow for him.
You want a man with bowing energy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that bow
So, yeah,
energy.
I-
It's got that
I-
big bow energy.
Big bow energy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I would just question if you are a traditional man and you ask your wife to bow and you want her to be submissive to you, and she's not even willing to do this like token of submission. Well, is she going to be submissive in other ways?
Could be a new T-shirt, big bow
Yeah.
energy. I'd buy it if you put it on the store.
I don't want my children to go to public school because they're indoctrinating, and you might agree with that, but let's say you disagreed with him. I don't want my children to go to public school because they're indoctrination factories and I have concerns, blah, blah, blah. Well, that might be your actual like viewpoint on public school, so I don't know if this would be a good example, but is it?
Well, there's good public schools out there, depending where you are.
No, but your husband insisted that it's either private school or homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you know what? I'm a breadwinner. I want you to take charge of the children's education. Would you do it?
He wants to take charge, or does he want me to take charge?
He wants you to take charge. Even if you're engaged in some sort of